So my product is double matching. It's an AI-based job mastery by Arjun Rawat, who is me. And the problem I solve is that nowadays the job market is very hectic, and many people currently can't find jobs, and the number of people who can't find jobs is only going to go up. In 2020, 9% of all U.S. college graduates were unemployed, and additionally, 53.6% of people with bachelor's degrees under 25 were either unemployed or underemployed, and this is a huge problem. And the same applies for companies, as many companies, and especially young startups, need like very qualified candidates, but in the current job market aren't able to find any, even though there is a lot of them, but they're simply just not able to find any. But double matching can help because it uses AI to help both applicants find jobs and help companies find qualified candidates. So then the sub problems are some jobs have many highly qualified candidates, I was saying, but the company can never find the right person for them. And also, some people are very qualified and can find many jobs that like sort of fit them, but they can never find the perfect one for them. And this creates a very hectic job market. And the reason that so many people can't find jobs that's perfect for them is that one person can take like 5-10 minutes to look through a job, but AI can look and analyze a job in about a tenth of a second and say, okay, is this job good for you or no? And also you can sort based on like how well the job matches you. And the problems I faced are that while I was looking for data sets, I realized that there weren't many data sets that had actual applicants, but most of the data sets only had like job listings. But I was able to find a data set that did have job applicants. But the next problem I faced was that the data sets didn't contain any matches, and they were two different data sets. So one data set had all of the applicants, and the other data set had all of the job listings. So originally, I planned to use supervised learning, but now I can't because they're two different data sets, and you have to use unsupervised learning when it's two. So I changed the plan, and my new plan was that I would use vectorization and cosine similarity to match jobs. In simple terms, how that works is that pre-trained AI turns all of the given data from both applicants and the companies into a vector, which is just an arrow, and then finds the ones with the least distance. And that uses NLP, so natural language processing, and normalization in that. And the AI techniques used are, well, NLP, just as I said, natural language processing is used to vectorize each listing and applicant. And this works very well because it's a simple way and it can match keywords and stuff. So it's great for the task at hand. And it uses unsupervised learning. And this is great because in a job market, there's a ton of applicants and a ton of listings. And if we have to supervise all of the learning, then that would take a ton of time. But the learning is unsupervised, which makes it work very well at large scales. And I said, use normalization to make sure that every figure, so for example, job info, job salary, job experience, is equally balanced out. And that there's no thing that makes one job more relevant than the other to you besides yourself. And I use cosine similarity to figure out which vectors are closest. And this is the code breakdown. This is just the first part of the code. And so these first two lines import all the necessary libraries, and then the rest shown. So this part and this part show basic test data, and this is just the test data. I actually have like a full data set, but the problem is that 70,000 applicants, and I don't want to show you every single one, right? So it's just a little bit of test data. And this second part, it outlines all of the inputs for the AI, and it converts them into vectors, and finally it calculates all the distances between the vectors using cosine similarity. And this part, it just compiles all of the data that we just computed and then it prints it out. And this is the output. So then for each job, it prints out around 3 to 5 applicants who fit it well, and each number you see is a job ID, right? Or like a person's ID. And then the front end part of the app, so if you're a person who's looking for a job, in the app it'll show a home page and the first 4 job listings that work for you. You can click on each listing and see more details. And if you're interested, you can start a chat with the company. And if they're also interested, you may be able to schedule an interview to see if you fit very well. And for a company, the app will show on its homepage and it'll show the 4 best candidates. And then you can either click on each person and reach out to them, or you can wait for them to reach out to you. And that's very great because it shows like the very best jobs on the market that work well for you. And I'd also like to add 2 new things. So first, I'd like to scrape my own data set because then I can also use supervised learning, because although unsupervised looks better at large scale, supervised is very accurate. And also, I'd like to use an LLM because LLMs are great at processing natural language, so it can make jobs fit you that are more personalized specifically for you. And in conclusion, I think that this AI solution could play a large factor in helping people find jobs and could disrupt the job market by helping many companies and people thrive. So yeah.